embodying who you want to be now in the present moment. This is a superpower. This is going to change your life. If it just sounds too simple or too woo-woo, you won't even try, and you won't have this experience, and that's okay. Free will. If you have the courage to try something new, I've been doing this for a while. I've been really deep into Joe Dispenza's work, and one of his meditations, Reconditioning the Body to a New Mind, you get into this state, right? You get into this meditative state, right? You sense the space around you. You do these breathing exercises, first of all, and you sense space. You become less of yourself, more of this energy. You start to disidentify with everything in your life and your surroundings. You just start to become this awareness. And then he says these prompts. He says, what is courage? How would it feel to be fearless? All right, and you feel into that, and you embody it, and you breathe into it, and you really imagine, you really feel. It's not just about, like, it's really trying to experience it, right? What is wholeness? How would it feel to be worthy to receive? What is freedom? How would it feel to be liberated? What is abundance? How would it feel to have all of your needs met? What is knowingness? What would it feel like to trust in the unknown, right? All these prompts. And it's so powerful, just that in and of itself, especially in a meditative state, right? Because with his work, you understand you become less matter and more energy, right? And in that state, you're actually changing your energy. It's just kind of like a shortcut to change your energy, right? Meditation is a way to slow your brain waves down, to become more frequency, energy, information, right? Which we know that this is true. It's not woo-woo anymore. It's true scientific reality, the quantum model of reality. But the beauty of this, and Dispenza talks about this as well, but my experience with it has just been like, it's such an incredible skill that I want to share because I think it's incredible. It's doing this in the mundane aspects of life, and really, like, I'll be in traffic, and I'll just ask myself, like, yeah, what does it feel like to be worthy, right? All these things that I want to create in my life, all of this abundance that I know that I'm worthy of, like, really feel into that. Like, I can live that life. Like, I can make those choices. I can create. That was my cat meowing. So how does it feel to be a cat owner and to have him interrupt your videos? Yeah, all these things, right? So I want to keep this short, but really, in the mundane moments of your life, first of all, I would say take out a piece of paper, write down the greatest version of yourself and what that means to you. And just that, right? Just that version of yourself. Get so clear on who that is, how he would stand, how he would breathe, he or she, mind you, how they would stand, right? How would you be in your frame? How would you be in your body and your posture and your energy? How would you feel about other people's opinions about you? How would you feel about yourself? Would you be judgmental? Would you be harsh? Or would you be forgiving? And would you be noble? And would you be willing to learn? And all these things, get really clear about that version of yourself and just embody it every single day. And you're going to change that frequency, because if you can make those energetic and chemical changes while you're in traffic, right? While you got people, this dude cuts you off, and you getting texts from your boss, and like all these things that you got to deal with in your life, emails, fucking everything. If you can embody that version of yourself in those moments, man, you are changing on such a deep level, because you're going against those programs in such a visceral way, where we do the work in meditation. It's super important, where we get quiet and we really change things behind the scenes, right? Changing the subconscious patterns by really, being able to influence the operating system by slowing our brainwaves down. But man, if you can do that in those moments where I've been at work where it's chaotic and it's just, I'm a server, right? And I have like 12 tables and I'm the only server. And I love it, right? But like when I'm in that, like, of course I'm like in the zone, but there's moments where I'm just like, yeah, I'm walking as my future self. Like I know who I am. Like I'm worthy. Like I'm gonna make X amount of money today. Like I'm gonna whatever it is. Like I'm gonna meet someone really cool to like. I'm just like, man, like I'm worthy of this. Like I'm gonna do all these things, right? I'll just go off on these tangents, on these rants where I'm just like, I can do anything. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna live here someday. And I'm just like, yeah, embody it now. Feel it now. Be grateful for it. It's already done, right? That is such a superpower. And I promise you, if you just try it for 5 days, right? Just in those mundane moments where you just want to check your phone, you just want to scroll, just be like, what is that greatest version of myself, right? Write it down. What do you look like? What do you sound like? How do you breathe? How do you stand? How do you interact with people? How would you be with, what's the greatest version of yourself? How would that version of yourself act with your ex? How would they act with your family? How would they act with this person that betrayed you? Whatever it may be, rehearse and imagine and feel and say, you know what? Greatest version of myself, I'd set clearer boundaries, or I'd forgive this person, or I would, be more expressive about who I am to my family, regardless of their opinions, or their opinions wouldn't affect me as much. In fact, I wouldn't even take them. I'd say, I love you, but I know who I am. That is a superpower. So I love you. I believe in you. Step into your strength, your courage every day to do these practices, because ultimately it takes courage. It takes bravery to not only be authentic, but to do this work and do it sincerely, and especially to wear your heart on your sleeve and to talk about these things with people that maybe wouldn't be in this kind of stuff, right? Sometimes it's easy to just not bring this kind of stuff up, but I like to kind of push those boundaries with people. Now, of course, you got to pick your battles and, leave sometimes just some breadcrumbs or certain ideas. Read the room, of course, but I would just say, be yourself authentically. And if you're into the spiritual shit, man, just live it up, man. Talk about it, breathe it, live it, be it, and be the greatest version of yourself that I know you can be and that I know that I am. So on that note, take care, have fun, peace, love you all. Goodbye.